What's good, everybody? Sean Show Love Rosenberg in the building. Back at you with another video. Now, today we are going to be reacting to how everything just got worse for Drake by Mr. Fantastic Hip Hop himself. So, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Now, as Kendrick Lamar once again has the biggest moment in the entirety of hip hop as he just released his music video for Not Like Us. The world is once again running around and clowning Drake with all the new material and disses Kendrick threw at him with the visuals in this music video, and at the same time as Kendrick Lamar has.
Okay, now I gotta admit, that was diabolical. By putting the owl in the cage. Putting the owl in the cage, symbolizing that Drake is behind bars now. This symbolized Drake being behind bars. That's the craziest thing. When I saw this, because if you guys haven't seen my reaction to Not Like Us, check that video out. But I think this is, like I said, I think it symbolized that Drake is now officially in a cage where the birds sing. I think that's what it is. I think Kendrick Lamar referenced Maya Angelou when the birds sing. Oh, I think I could be wrong. Let me check. Oh yeah, he referenced Maya Angelou's book. I know why the cage bird sings. So basically, this is insinuating that Drake is no longer going to be rapping. He's potentially going to start singing, which I highly doubt because I really think Drake's career in hip hop. Well, his music career is not over, but I don't think his career in hip hop is over because I think because from what I'm hearing, academics is going on his Twitter and then posting on Twitter that Drake is indeed working on new music right now, which I wish Drake was not doing right now. I wish he was kind of like laying low, like don't release no more music because of the recent music that the features that you're doing, especially the one with Sexy Red. I mean, that record was trash. I'm going to admit that. Well, let me take that back. Not trash, but it was a bad record. I didn't care for it. Then he hopped on that parody song One the Delilah. I think that's what it's called. Was Snow Day. That it didn't really affect nobody. It didn't really affect Kendrick. So Kendrick is just like, who cares? But and then the last two records he dropped on with that I think Camilla artist. I think Camilla, that's her name. It's hard to pronounce her last name, but I think Camilla. Those two records didn't perform well. It didn't actually do much. So a lot of Drake's recent music has not really. These features have really failed. It did not gave him momentum. But with this music video, I would say the music video definitely put the nail in the coffin for this. But can Drake make a comeback? He can. Now, I'm going to be honest. While I was at work today, I definitely checked out the timestamp records. Now, I know I was late on that. Now, I have checked out one of them, which is 8 a.m. in Charlotte. I like that record from the For All the Dogs album. But I ain't gonna lie, when I checked out the timestamp records, he was really rapping. And I was like, this is the type of Drake I want to see. I want to see Drake more in that field of rapping. Yes, we have all the melodic singing. Yes, we have all the great hit records, but I need to hear some bars from Drake. Now, is this Drake's time to make a comeback? No. Can he make a comeback when when the beef really dies out, yes. But other than that, this is Kendrick's summer, and we're all right now in the presence of Kendrick Lamar. But I just wanted to say that. But yeah, the whole owl, the bird, the the cage bird singing, that just shows that Drake should start going more to the melodic singing instead of rapping. But Drake is not. He's not done with rapping. I'm pretty sure he could make a strong comeback. Like I said, I am a huge Drake fan. I've been a day one Drake fan since 2009. Let's get that correct. I'm not a Drake hater. I am a Drake fan. But right now, the things that Drake is doing, it's not a good look. So Drake, I would say sit this summer out. Sit this one out. Because this is definitely Kendrick's time. But anyways, I don't want to hold up. Let's get back to the video.
Edit to this artistic masterclass on how to win a rap beef in unprecedented fashion. Drake has not been doing anything to help his reputation or his career at this point, as from flopping songs to even more artists that were once considered close collaborators turning against him. Somehow, even after everything that's already went down, things are only continuing to get worse for Drake, and where it once seemed like the defeat of this moment was only going to have repercussions on his reputation and credibility within the hip-hop space. In the entirety of the music industry, we have now seen Drake's popularity as an artist plummet, in a way where formerly, the most coveted feature in the entire music industry is worth about nothing right now. Now, we have of course seen this through Drake and Camila Cabello's collaborations Hot, Uptown, and Ugly, which while these songs
Camila Cabello. I think that's right. Camila Cabello. I got it right. There we go. That's who I was trying to talk about. Camila Cabello. Back to the video.
Already had no impact when they released, as they weren't just some of the most generic sounding Drake cuts we have gotten in a while, but they also just further validated Kendrick Lamar's disses towards him, as he followed exactly what Kendrick said he wanted him to do in his music career following their beef. With Camila Cabello's album selling barely over 30,000 copies, and with these tracks being the biggest moments on the entire album, we have directly seen that even with a pop artist who prior to this has already released some major hits and ones that were candidates for Song of the Summer in years past, the Drake stimulus package is not enough to lift a record even with the inherent star power of this magnitude already onto the charts at all, and from melodic Drake failing here, to of course rapping Drake embarrassing himself as well recently on Sexy Red's track You My Everything. We have now seen both sides of
just like I mentioned. Now, I will give Drake props for him rapping over the V.R.G. Hadn't it be him alone, he should have never got on that Sexy Red record. I ain't gonna lie, that Sexy Red You My Everything was a bad record. That record was not a good look. Drake should have kept his verse for himself, or just maybe release like a freestyle or something. He should have did that, but not hop on the Sexy Red record. That was just not a good look, and that actually helped generate more interest into what Metro Boomin was doing when he made that beat, the BBL Drizzy beat. That really helped momentum, helped the BBL Drizzy instrumental even more. Drake actually thought he was gonna flip this narrative on Metro Boomin, but it backfired. And then Metro Boomin got to be laughing at Drake at that point of when he dropped that record, when he hopped on the record with Sexy Red. Metro Boomin got to be laughing at him, because it was like Metro was probably like, yeah, you may use my beat, but is that really going to affect me? Because a lot of people are really liking the beat, and they're actually freestyling over in it. This is Metro's way of looking at Drake. It's not affecting me. Let's get back to the video.
Drake that in their own ways were always once able to create their own chart-turning moments fall flat on their face, and this is something even DJ Academics has acknowledged. And if we are at the point where arguably Drake's biggest cheerleader and stan throughout this entire feud is saying that the thing that used to be the most coveted asset for an artist in a Drake feature no longer has any value, Beyond the quality of these songs, which we know has went down exponentially, and their chart failure, which has shown that people are less interested in Drake music as a whole. With somebody who Drake was in conversation with throughout his entire back and forth with Kendrick now saying that the artist people have accused him of working for no longer provides the value he once did to the entire music world. We are really seeing the tide shift, and beyond just the diminishing status of Drake's music directly. His reputation has only gotten kicked around more recently, because even after Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert and his Not Like Us music video, already pretty much dismantled any truth left in Drake's diss tracks. Even more lines have been invalidated on Drake's Family Matters, as none other than Chris Brown was seen turning up to Kendrick's Not Like Us out in public, and he wasn't just vibing to the melody.
Yeah, that's another one too. Drake thought that the shout outs that he gave on Family Matters when he said that YG bangs a set out there, the game bangs a set out there, and even Chris Brown bangs a set, shows right there. But I would say the game, well, Drake does have one, like, it's the game. The game, didn't show up at the Pop Out concert. Of course, the game did not show up in the music video, so Drake got at least the game. But other than that, now that Chris Brown is singing and dancing to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, just that part when he said, who bangs it out of the set, even who bangs out of the set, even CB, that bar did not age well. And of course, the YG bar did not age well because YG ended up siding with Kendrick. He got in the music video, and before the Pop Out concert, YG also made his own diss track towards Drake called Weird. He basically saying, YG was basically saying, yo, Drake, why are you naming me in your song knowing I'm cool with this guy? Why are you trying to stir up the pot? So YG made it perfectly clear that he's not going to fall for Drake's trap by having Drake pin him and Kendrick against each other. YG made it perfectly clear, and he's siding with Kendrick. Even him being at the Pop-Out show, even him being in the music video, just proves that YG is siding with Kendrick on this beef. And now you got Chris Brown potentially now siding with Kendrick Lamar. Man, Drake, I don't know what you're going to do, man. It seems to me like you got more artists, more people starting to turn on you. But at the end of the day, I am a Drake fan. I am a genuine hip-hop fan. I'm going to maintain and stay in the middle. But Drake, this is not looking good for you, bro. This is not looking good. Let's get back to the video.
But he was reciting some of the heaviest and most targeted lyrics at Drake in the middle of a public space. And this is just hilarious, because another one of Drake's major shoutouts on that track.
Yeah, this bar right here, who even bangs a set out there is CB. That bar did not age well. Did not age well. Excuse me.
Is just laughable, as the same artists Drake tried to get to support his cause have now all turned against him, and honestly, this can also confirm to us that CB probably would have performed at the Pop Out concert as a whole if he was not on tour currently, which would have made for another viral moment. And now, with another one of the guys Drake made some of his biggest hit songs with in the past 5 years turning on him, that is another major artist who I would not expect to see collaborate with Drake in any capacity for a long time. And now, as all of this is happening, what the craziest thing, and something Drake seems to be getting a lot of flack for online right now, was just how everything went down on the day when Kendrick dropped the Not Like Us video, which was of course on the 4th of July, which after seeing the pattern of how Kendrick was moving, and also the rumor that Drake has been planning to release another diss track aimed at Kendrick as a whole when this video did indeed drop, Drake didn't just miss his final chance to shift any...
Hold up. Drake is rumored to drop another diss track around the same time Kendrick releases. Drake. Oh, snap. Oh, my fault, y'all. I don't know how that got on there. Drake. Please tell me you're not planning on drop. Oh, my God. Drake. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I would love to see this battle, round 2 for this battle, but this right here is not a good look for Drake. This right here is not a good look for Drake. Drake should not drop another diss track. He should not do that. I mean, that's the thing about this. Like, I mean, he should not do that. Drake, don't drop another diss track, okay? Even if you do, like I said, I would love to see this battle go. I would like to see these two go at it again, but right now, Kendrick has the momentum. Now, I'm not saying he should, but I think it will not be a smart move, even when you're not when you're not on the top of your game right now. That's what I meant to say. When you're not on the top of your game right now, this is clearly Kendrick's time. Now, do I want him to drop another diss track? Yeah, we can get this battle going. But is it the perfect time to drop it around he released the Not Like Us music video? Or right now? No. Because Drake is not in like the right state of mind, I would say, because he was at an all-white party and there was like pictures of him looking like he hasn't slept for almost like an entire month. He looks like he hasn't slept. He's like he looks stressed. Like, I don't think Drake should do that. I don't think Drake should release another diss track. I think he should sit this one out. Let's get back to the video.
At Kendrick as a whole when this video did indeed drop.
And I apologize for what just popped up on the screen. That should have never happened. But let's get back to the video.
Drake didn't just miss his final chance to shift any bit of the hate surrounding his name or brand for the rest of what is going to be the longest summer ever for him. But he missed it by being at Michael Rubin's white party, which just in of itself felt so telling in a way in terms of where both Kendrick and Drake stand, as with Kendrick, he is setting himself up as a voice and champion of the people, as during this major event that so many celebrities, athletes, and artists that so many people criticize for being sellouts are all in attendance at. Kendrick dropped a video where he isn't just clowning one of the guys who is at the top of this culture in the eyes of many people and destroying every single thing that he stands for, but by being in his hometown in the video and being right within his community in so many different locations. In a time where events like the one Drake was at make the world feel more fake, disingenuous, and superficial, Kendrick is setting himself apart by just being something that we all want to see more of, which is authentic, and now beyond what this represents in the very moment. And the internet clowning Drake for not just being here, but for also looking like he's aged a ton, as he made his first major public appearance since this beef and just looked like he has not slept in weeks. What I think is worth noting about this party is that despite how much hate Drake is getting from the larger portion of the hip-hop world, there were a lot of people who are still supporting him here, with a lot of major celebrities just standing by Drake's side, as they are just as delusional as him. But also, what's more important to note about this moment when it comes to the actual future of Drake's music career is that I think we learned about which rappers are gonna stick by his side and be featured on his next album, and which ones may just really be at odds with him after all, because during this party, we saw Drake hanging out with Yeat, who at this point seems like the biggest artist Drake has in his corner, and also Glorilla, who Drake even posted a picture of him with on his Instagram story. And he was also seen performing at the party with Lil Baby. And this is very important because aside from the fact that Lil Baby has been getting a lot of scrutiny over the past few years for releasing some of the most boring music that any rapper of his magnitude could, This confirms to us that the story about Drake having some serious beef with another major rapper in the industry who has collabed with him a ton and has multiple hit records with is not Lil Baby, which after being featured on Future and Metro Boomin's second collab album We Still Don't Trust You earlier this year, it seemed like there could have been some tension between these two. But now with them performing together, we know that there was no beef between them.
Now, I would say that a lot of people were saying that the Lil Baby line that Kendrick said age poorly now. Now, there was rumors speculating that because of Lil Baby hopped on Future and Metro Boomin's second collab album, We Still Don't Trust You, a lot of people were speculating that these two might have beef. But, but that wasn't the case. I don't think it's Lil Baby. A lot of people were speculating that the secret hater. Now there was a video that Fantastic Hip Hop did, and a lot of people were speculating the real secret hater is Travis Scott. Now I don't know if that's true or not. Now I've seen that. Now I've seen the video, but I don't know if that's true or not. That's just speculations. We don't know if it's Travis Scott or it could possibly be Lil Baby. I don't know. But these are all just speculations. That's how I'm looking at it. Just speculations. Get back to the video.
And with this being proven false, and now Lil Baby seemingly being one of the few rappers who is publicly supporting Team Drake, that leaves two rappers in question of who may have beef with Drake still, and based on the report that somebody big in the music industry hates Drake that DJ Academics confirmed to us, the main candidates left are Lil Wayne and Travis Scott, and now both of these rappers were at this same party as well, and while we don't have any further news on where any of them stand at this point, I don't think Lil Wayne, despite what Kendrick said on Not Like Us, would turn against the guy who he signed and brought into the industry as historically.
Yeah, I don't think it's Wayne. Yeah, because it would make sense for Wayne to turn on the person that he signed. It wouldn't make sense. Now, I did remember on the Not Like Us song, Kendrick did reference Wayne in the song. He did mention Wayne in the song, saying, you smash one of Wayne's girls, and then you get in a tattoo of his face like a little girl and apologizing. Well, I'm saying little girl. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like, Kendrick saying, basically, you saying you acting like a little girl. Like, basically, a little B. And then apologizing. Let's get back to the video.
Even when Drake and Kanye were at the height of their beef, Wayne never chose sides and seemed to embrace both artists, and knowing this, and on top of that, knowing that despite Travis Scott being in so many videos from this party and always pretty much being at the center of any major event, whether he is destroying a DJ booth or is just way more turned up than anyone else, seeing Travis not with Drake once at this party is only adding more fuel to the idea that Drake's subliminal disses on push-ups about him, Metro Boomin, and Future.
Yeah, I kind of feel like these are more these were definitely shots at I believe these shots were at Travis Scott. Now, a lot of people were also speculating that these could be shots at A$AP Rocky, because as you guys know, A$AP Rocky was also featured on Metro and Future's collab album as well. And as we guys know, Drake has on the For All the Dogs album, he did took a couple subliminal shots at Rihanna, and of course, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna are together, and they have two amazing children together, beautiful kids, by the way. And a lot of people were speculating that these were mainly at A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, but that wasn't the case. These were clearly more shots at Travis Scott, insinuating that Drake must have messed around with Travis Scott's baby mama, which is Kylie Jenner, which is one of the Kardashians, was basically, and Drake has hung out with the Kardashians, so that's speculations that that these are just speculations. I'm not saying these are these not that these are true. These are true. These are just speculations that this happened. Well, we don't know. These are just rumors that we're just hearing. Let's get back to the video.
Future turning up to like that at the Rolling Loud stage being about Travis directly. And maybe even that Travis and Drake were never as close as we once thought, so overall, with Team Drake now giving him the roster of Lil Baby, Glorilla, and Yeet. Meanwhile, everyone else is only jumping on the Kendrick Lamar wave more and more as he continues to break records. I think that as the Drake feature no longer holds the value it once did, and the artists left in Drake's corner give him a roster of names behind him that are mediocre at best, we are really starting to see the long-term consequences of this beef for Drake, because the fact that people no longer even want to listen to his songs that are designed to be hits, and are criticizing him for things that he was once praised for. All in all, it's shown that by Kendrick coming back outside, dissing Drake, but also most importantly about what he pulled off, doing it in a way that is authentic over everything. Kendrick has shifted the tides not just in hip-hop, but in pop culture at the moment. And if we are in a world where people want more of artists who value authenticity and honesty over everything else, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. So with all this said, let me know. What do you think about how the Drake feature has turned into something that is useless at the moment, and how this entire beef is spiraling out into something that has changed the general culture about the entire rap world and music industry at this point? I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you want to see how Kendrick Lamar dissed Drake in the Not Like Us music video in some of the most genius ways you ever could, check out the suggested video.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I feel like Drake is not like I said before. Drake right now is in. I'm not gonna say he's in a bad place, but he's not in a good. But he's not in a good place either. I'm y'all forgive me. I'm trying to get my words right, but he's just not in a great space as it is right now. Like I said, I don't think Drake should drop another hit, or he should drop another diss track right now, because this will look bad. This will go from bad to worse if he does that. Kendrick right now has the momentum. But yeah, shout out to fantastic hip hop, for for this video. I appreciate it so much. But let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Drake should drop another hit, or he should just sit this out? Just let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for the support once again. If you want to follow me on my social media accounts. It's right here. And if you want to join the Discord community, which is hold on, let me pull it up. The hip hop community talk of the culture with Mikhail and friends. The link will be in the description down below. Once again, I appreciate the support and everything, and I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.